All right, I want to shoot a quick video here on A to Z database. When you think about marketing, this is going to be a video on marketing for the team. When you think about marketing, there's really three things that you always need to think about. You need to think about your message, your media, and then your market, right? Message, media, market. So let's break that down. Message, what am I going to say and how am I going to say it? Media is how am I going to reach them? Is that email, text, phone call, direct mail, etc. And then that market is in essence my list. And marketers will frankly tell you that your list is one of the most important things you can have, is where am I pulling from. So there's lots of ways to get business in our industry, and obviously a lot of what we try and teach our team and you guys here is referral based, relationship kind of center of influence based. But sometimes a way to create more business is working from a larger list and then whittling down and trying to create some new relationships and new opportunities. And so here's where I'm going with that. Anyone with a library card, or sometimes university or schools also will do this, typically have access to either like an Info USA, or this is called A to Z database. That's what you see right here on the screen. And this is just leveraging mine. My library card, and I don't go to the library a lot, but I learned about this idea years ago from actually a banker, a commercial banker that did it for some of his prospecting. I was like, man, that's a great idea. And so really here's what this is. And I'm going to post this info in the probably the comments section, and then I'll also have it on in Facebook when I do it there. But basically, you log in, you go to Pinellas County, you're going to click this, and then you're going to put in the library card, my library card, and you're going to go and log in. And then I want you to see some of the things you have access to. So you've got access to lots of businesses. So those of you that are doing commercial insurance, great way to prospect for business insurance. You can also do some prospecting based on a job title. You can also do it based on a person. There's literally over 200 million people in here, supposedly, in terms of what you can access. So what I really just encourage you is get curious and get creative and start to go in and take a look at it. And so, for example, here, if I was working on business insurance and I said, okay, I want to touch the state of Florida, I want all records. Now you could also say I want records with a phone number specifically. Okay, so that's pretty important. And I'm going to filter it down. I want Florida, and then specifically I want the metro area of Tampa. So we could say that. So we could say, and I want Tampa, St. Pete, Clearwater. Actually, I'm going to take this one out instead of the whole state. So we're just going to say metro area, Tampa, St. Pete, Clearwater. And then in terms of business type, you can really enter in whatever you would want in terms of the name, right? Like the type of a business. So you could say, okay, I want restaurants. That's what this is. And really, as you start typing, things will come up. You could say, I want contractors, right? I can spell that. You could say, I want plumbers, I'm sure. So all sorts of things there, right? So let's say I say restaurants. So I want restaurants. And I want to pick, and again, lots of subsets of cleaning, restaurant services, equipment rental, etc., etc. But now I could say, okay, I want all restaurants, okay? And I want records with a phone number. And then I want to drill down even a little bit further. And I want to see, I want the business name, I want the executive name and email, and then employee size, and annual revenue size. Okay, and again, you can go on from here and pick lots of different things: square footage, gender, year established, etc. Right? So I can go down from here and say, I want only records that contain at least one email, and I can say I want only restaurants that have up to 50 employees. So this is 5 to 9, and I don't want less than 5. So I'd say 5 to 9, 10 to 19, 20 to 50. And then I want restaurants that are at least into $1 to $5 million range. Okay? And then from there, you can see off to the right, this is continued to update. It's going to update your, looks like it's the executive name threw things off. So I'm going to take that out. I'm going to take the business name out. And I'm going to click update account or update account. So that gave me 331. You think about it, that's actually pretty big, right? Because again, if we look at our metrics here, so we said Florida, Tampa, St. Pete, I want restaurants, I want 5 to 50 employees, and again, you can do more and more options on all these. I want 500,000 to 5 million in revenue, and I've got 331. And so then I would click search, okay? And then really what it's going to do from here, it's going to pull out that list, okay? And you're going to see, you know, Chick-fil-A, Sonny's, you're probably going to see a lot of franchises because a lot of those would be franchise. And then what could you do with it from here? Well, now I could download it. So I'm going to click download. And it's going to tell me, okay, we got to pick what we want. So I'm going to highlight all the records. I'll also probably go down and see, there's normally a lot of times a spot on a page where it'll allow you to do more records per page. So I'll say I want to do 100 records per page. Okay. So now I'll put it down to 4 pages, right? And so now I'll download this and I'll say I want to do it as a CSV. That's probably always the best format to do it. We can talk about some other marketing things you could do with it. I'll click continue. And then if you see here, Presto Changeo, I open this up. And now I've got my file format here. Okay, and then I'll make all the columns a little bigger so we can kind of look at this a little more in depth. Okay, and then what you could also do from here is a couple things. So you could first, I'd recommend you could bold the columns to make it a little easier to see. So just press the B button. Okay. From here, you could also, I'm a big fan on this. I like Excel. Excel is very good and helpful. You could click filter. So you just click the filter button. And now I could say, well, my strategy is going to be, I want to start with, here's the employee size. I'm going to do it from smallest to largest and start there. Now again, a restaurant that has 22 employees, it's still a pretty decent size, okay? And I realize this may apply more for our commercial team than for our personal lines team. I get that, but let's think creatively. How could the personal lines team use it? Well, guess what? If I'm a small business owner, not only do I need business insurance, but I need my home, my auto. Those of you that are life and health licensed, there could be opportunities to talk to them about that. And you can get all that info and then start working on it from there. Now, one thing I will say, and obviously I probably didn't click the correct thing because we also said we wanted email. So we not just wanted phone, but we wanted email. And again, there was definitely an option or a way to get that. I may have just not clicked the right box there on that. But that's a great way to pull that list and to get that going. And so I'd really encourage you guys as you're working in prospecting, this is one more tool that you have that is free, that yes, is going to take a little work, it's going to take a little time, it's going to take a little thought, it's going to take a little research, and frankly, that's what good marketing begins to do. I would say reach out to me. I'm always willing to help, but you got to kind of walk through that door, right? I can't do it for you. I'm trying to share ideas, give you ways to get business, but then it's, okay, Doug, hey, I've got a target, I've got a list, I pulled everything, what would you suggest doing with it from there? And you reach out to me, I'm certainly happy to help you work on scripts for calling them. I'm certainly happy to help you with scripts on emailing or texting them, what the follow-ups would look like, and how you would begin to create that conversation and hopefully get some leads generated and some business. So I hope that helps you guys. As always, dream big, make it happen. Have a great day.